Hi, YouTube. This is a homeschooling perfectionist, and I just wanted to drop by to break some of the COVID-19 updates you've been getting, just to kind of break some of that up with a review on the spelling you see B, the part two. I know I had covered it when I was just moving in it, and I just wanted to give you my take on it thus far. But first, I wanted to encourage all of the homeschooling parents. Now that this pandemic has really hit home to everyone, you will notice that a lot of parents are talking about having to transition to homeschooling or just teaching their children at home, and it's been a real challenge for them. And I'm very empathetic, but at the same time, I just want to encourage all of the homeschooling parents because people are now understanding what it's like to homeschool. I don't know about you, but I work from home. I have my own company, manage my husband's company, and I also homeschool. And a lot of times when you tell people that, they really diminish it. They look down on it. It's like, oh, okay, you just probably sit at home and do nothing. And they really just overlook you as if it's not important. And I think now people are starting to understand just how important it is to homeschool. And they're only doing a fraction of what we do. We actually have full-fledged curriculums that we have to master. And so hopefully everyone is safe, sound, and well. But I just wanted to first encourage everyone to say, good job. You guys are doing an excellent job homeschooling your children. And hopefully by the end of this, everyone will begin to appreciate everyone and everyone's role, whether you go to work or whether you work from home, whether you homeschool or send your children to school. We all play a very important role in the community and we're all equally valuable. So, enough about that. Spelling UCB with the Jack and Jill. I had briefly touched on this when I was just about to move in, and I wanted to give you an update of what I think. So this is the part two. There's two parts. There's a part one and a part two. We're now in the part two version. So if you're new to this, you'll need the teacher's handbook. You're going to need it. There's no way you're going to be able to do these without it. And it also comes with these erasable colored pencils. How the system, the B or the part two system is set up is it's basically copy. So at first I was like, is my son really going to learn anything? But he does. Number one, you might tackle chunking. Like for this one, it's vowel chunks. And he basically is recognizing, I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of dim lit room in here. But he's recognizing the vowel chunks. And there's a little key here to kind of help him identify that. And then he's copying. And they do that for a couple of days, the same thing. Do it for a couple of days. And then the next day, this is when we first started this, so his drawing has gotten better. But then the next, this is a Thursday. This is when we hit this. They get to do whatever they want. So whatever story they want, it doesn't even have to be related to this, they can write about it. And then we have the memory. So what they're supposed to do, they're supposed to go and do this. And then they're supposed to cover it up. You're supposed to cover it up. I use a piece of paper and I cover it up. And then you have to recite it. I usually do line by line. And they have to, by memory, be able to write this out. And then you grade the words that were spelled correctly. I just count these. I think at this time I probably counted these two, but moving forward, I just really count the ones that he's written in, not the ones he's traced. But I don't know if I did that here. But this is basically the setup. And at first it might seem like it's not that big of a deal, but I'm going to give you an example. We have this next week. Now, the second week we did this, he got a lot of them wrong. Look at that. So now he was like, oh man, wait a minute. He started to think like, I thought it was just that easy. And here we did the vowel chunks and the silent E chunk kind of thing. So he's starting to pay attention now, like, okay, I really need to know how to spell these words. And he has improved. And when I tell you that he has improved, I really mean it. Even just generally writing a letter or writing a story that has nothing to do with this, that's not related at all, or he might be writing a sentence in language arts or anything like that. He's able to spell a lot of words that I'm even surprised that he can spell. So I would recommend this. I'm definitely going to get the C one for next year. And I'm also looking into Matthew C. I've been kind of eyeballing that as well. If you guys don't know, I typically will plan my year ahead of time, so that way it's easier for me since I do run a business. So I'll be doing that. We have our spring or our Passover break next week, so I will probably start gathering things. I will say this: a lot of the stuff that I have used this year, like Evan Moore and stuff like that, I will be continuing next year, some things. So I was really happy with the curriculum that I used this year, and I will definitely be using this. But I just wanted to encourage you guys and also kind of just give you an update on this. Let me do like a little flip through. It's really nothing. See, it gets harder. This is towards the end. As you can see, it gets a little harder. But it's really, you know, the same kind of concept. Let me show you what it looks like in a teacher's manual, which is why you need it. So this is the part where you would do dictation. So this is 20E. So that you just do dictation while they're writing it, while they're copying it. And then you'll also need, trying to hold it with one hand. Hold on a minute. Here it is. You'll also need this for the chunks portion, because now you can see what they need to highlight. So you'll need that. It's not a necessity. You could figure it out without it. But for the part 1, you'll definitely need this beginning part for the part 1. So this is an essential part. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Stay safe. Stay indoors. Be blessed. Talk to you later. Bye.